have no idea how to even review this book. Not even a little bit. I can't do my usual point system with this because there are some things that just don't work with it. I'll try, but it's not going to be a matter of point system. It's definitely going to be a matter of this is just my personal placement of how this book fits. Yeah. So, I am reviewing Bear Serum by Kyle Fleischhacker. I am 100% certain that I butchered that name, but what can I do? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know I don't know how to pronounce that. So, let's get into this. So, plot. How to describe this plot? Well, basically, people came from Earth. They were attacked by Martians, so they ended up and they found this stuff called green rock, which they created a serum to turn people into bear soldiers. And they eventually moved on to a different planet they called Earth 2, which had a natural inhabitant that called Jaw something or other. I can't remember off the top of my head. And they're kind of at war with each other, but they can't create bear soldiers there because something about the flight transitioning, the flight from Earth to changing people, so they don't react as well to green rock and blah blah blah. Anyway, the story starts finally after a whole bunch of exposition, and the mayor's daughter is missing, and this guy gets shot, I think, and gets injected with bear serum and becomes a bear soldier, and there's a whole thing going on there. And to be perfectly honest, I don't actually understand what was going on in most of this book. It's different. It's interesting. And some of this might be my Mobi file that I got from the author. I just might not have downloaded correctly and it just did its thing, which is totally possible. I don't know, because it does say straight up like that there are QR codes to, I think it's to explore deeper into things, and I didn't use them because I'm a firm believer that the book should stand on its own. I shouldn't need extra reading outside of the book itself in order to fully get what's going on. But yeah, but like it might be just a movie file, but there's like a whole bunch of blank panels, and there'll be points where there's like page after page of just squiggles and lines before you get to art and more stuff like that and more squiggles and more lines. I don't know if that's meant as a stylistic choice or if that is just a bad Mobi file. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting if it's a stylistic choice. Speaking of stylistic choices, the artwork is absolutely incredible and definitely has its own style to it. It changes from kind of like a cartoony thing to being very serious and very detailed, and it can change like that, which I think is really interesting and neat because it kind of shows different perspectives and different styles. I really don't know how to talk about this book properly because some of it I just don't get. Like maybe I needed to use the QR codes, and if that's the case, then that's a kind of a bit of a negative slash to this book. Because, like I said, the book should be able to stand on itself. And as you can see, the words are not as a part of the panel. Well, there's more squiggles. So it kind of makes it hard to know what I'm supposed to be looking at or how I'm supposed to be looking at it, what's supposed to be where. So it kind of got a little confusing here and there. Based on... This is kind of a short review. just because I don't know what to do with this. So, based on the short review and based on what I've seen, I'm gonna give Bear Serum a 7 out of 10. Like, it was definitely interesting, but I kind of got lost here and there and had to go back every once in a while, and I'm still not entirely certain what went on in certain parts. So, 7 out of 10 is the best that I can possibly give this. With at least with the file that I got. If perchance they're like those panels were not supposed to be blank and these squiggles were supposed to actually be something, let me know. Maybe this translate better on Kindle. I don't know, or maybe like actually in the actual paperback itself, it translates a little bit better or works a little bit better. If that's the case, then I'll do a re-review. But until then, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10.